All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Don Corder. I'm here to talk about FLL and how we do it here at Design39. And thank you for coming out to listen to the presentation. Hope we can find some more volunteers and some more teams because we still have a lot of interested students. I'm going to go ahead and get started by sharing my screen. All right, can everyone see that?
Yes, we can.
Great. All right. So first I want to start off by saying First LEGO League is an entirely adult volunteer run program at Design39. That means the LEDs, the administration, they don't have a role here. So it's all done by adult volunteers like me and hopefully like you. So thank you for being here and listening to the program and learning more about it. I'm going to be talking about FLL Explore, which is for the younger grades. It could be, we have first to fourth grade on our Jambula signups. It can be for anyone up to between ages 6 and 10 was actually the age group range on that. And here's a kind of blueprint for what the team does during the 12-week syllabus that you'll get. They take an Explorer challenge. This year's challenge is about ocean exploration. And along the way, they learn core values. They explore, create, test, and share as they go through the weekly sessions. And that leads up to them building a team model out of Legos and designing a team poster where they have we can describe their journey along the way. And then they go and present the team model and poster at a celebration that'll happen in December on either the 14th or 15th here in San Diego County. And then some teams will have the opportunity to advance to another competition in January as well. The core values that are baked into the curriculum every year are the 6 that are listed here. And so in addition to learning coding skills and how to build things out of Lego, and they're talking about the subject matter, which in this season's ocean exploration, they're also learning about how to work as a team, how to include everyone, and discover new things and come up with creative, innovative ideas that can be impactful and help improve the community and possibly even the world, and to have fun along the way. This year's theme is called Submerged, and so the students are going to be learning how and why do people explore the ocean. And I've got a couple of links here. I will send out the slide deck to the whole group again when I'm done, but it's just got a short snappy video showing the season reveal, and then also another video link there to the Explore set. What the Explore set is that every year when you register a team for FLL Explore, part of the cost goes to these materials that are sent to you, including the Lego pieces to build this year a submarine or submersible, and then also these little side builds here on the other side where you've got it's like a treasure chest and a coral reef with a shark, and so the students get to build those things. They're also sent in the season materials. You send a team meeting guide, which is for the coaches to help kind of structure the sessions, which it's set up for like a 12-week or 12 practice season. And then also 6 engineering notebooks for the students to have and write in their discoveries along the way. In addition to the stuff that comes when you register your team, you also will need a Lego electronic set. And right now the one that's being sold by Lego is called the Spike Essential Kit. And you need that because it has the motors which allow you to motorize, and it has a smart hub for coding, and so you get to learn a little of those skills using this equipment here. And so that's a one-time purchase that a team needs. If you have a team that continues on for future seasons, you can reuse the same kit for future years. But you will need it to register your team every year and get the Explorer kit that I described back here that comes with each new season. Will be a completely different Explorer model, but you'll use the same Lego electronics, the Spike Essential kit for all seasons with FLL Explorer. So in addition to the electronics and the Explorer set, the only other things you really need is the students need an electronic device that has Bluetooth for coding, and you'll need to download that freely available app that Lego has for Spike Essential, and then some supplies for making team posters. A lot of teams like to also create their own team T-shirt. That can be another supply and expense that the team might encounter. And the stuff at the bottom, I only included it because in addition to the models that I showed for the Explorer set, you're also given a lot of additional pieces that the students can use to build creatively to help expand the team model that they're building. So here's the 12-week syllabus for this year at a glance. It starts with like just week one's more like finding out what the students know already. And then you can talk about the different layers of the ocean, what you might find when you explorers visit the sunlight, twilight, and abyssal zones, and even to the deep sea. And maybe how you might build an exploration station and what kind of things, qualities it would need if you wanted to explore in the ocean, as well as learning about some of the jobs and technology for ocean exploration. And then in sessions 8 and 9, you create your own team model, which kind of highlights what you've learned up till then. And then in 10 and 11, you can build your team poster, and then you prepare for your event by practicing a presentation. For the team model, there's a few requirements to it. One is that you do need to use the Explore set that you're given. That's kind of like the way to get the students started on what they want to build. And it also comes with a map that'll look like the ocean and that you'll set the Explore model on. You will need to use only Lego parts to add to the team model and then build it out. And there's a requirement that there needs to be a motorized part for the team model and some Lego coding to make the motor move. So those are kind of rules that are kept every single year. And then there's a special rule for this year is that they want to have an exploration station, an artificial habitat, and to have an ocean creature somewhere in your team model. Here's a picture of one of my old teams. This was a previous season, and so you can see on the table the team model on the mat for that season. It looks like we built like a roller, like an amusement park with a roller coaster and a Ferris wheel and some other things for this season. And then in the background is the team poster that we have, and these do not need to be professionally done. Honestly, they want to see the students do the work. And so a few pictures and just it's more important that it has stuff on there that the students understand and are proud of and want to share. Because at the presentation, at the exhibition, which will happen, as I said, on December 14th or 15th at several locations in San Diego County, your students will go and set up your model, and then a reviewer will come around and you'll give a presentation. The students only will give the presentation to the reviewer, and the reviewer will answer a few questions, And there's a rubric there that the reviewers use, and you will know ahead of time what they're looking for and can help guide the students what in making sure that material is covered in your presentation. But ultimately, the students will be there and will do the presentation by themselves with the coaches just listening. Um, in addition to the Explorer set, there's a mat. Um, this is the first year in a long time that I'm not coaching an FLL Explorer team, so I don't have this year's mat. This is what last year's mat looks like. But the reason I have the slide here is Southern California does something really great. In addition to the curriculum I've mentioned for FLL Explorer, the volunteers come up and create their own robot game. So they'll reuse the materials from the Explorer set, and they'll come up with different tasks that they want the students to do. They'll make a robot that will be pre-programmed, coded with different mission strategies, and then the robot will act autonomously. They'll just launch. The students will launch the robot, and they'll have to try and complete the tasks to score points. And we don't know any of the specifics on the robot game for this year yet because they haven't been released, but they will probably be released next week. But it sounds like I'm almost 100% certain that the Southern California region will once again have access to a robot game, which is wonderful because it helps prepare the students a little bit better for making the jump to FLL Challenge, which in the past was a huge step up in complexity and difficulty because they didn't have something like this robot game to help them. This slide is for Qualcomm funding. Qualcomm is a major sponsor for First Lego League, and it's the way it works is they have an application period, and teams can apply for grants, and then the grants are given directly to through the first website, and then you can use that to pay for team registration or I think Spice Essential Kit. You can buy it that way. In the past, the funding window has gone through, like last year, it was open until September 30th. This year, Qualcomm decided to end the funding window on August 1st. So it is already closed for this season, unfortunately. I don't know why they made that switch, or if that will continue for future years or not. I do try to have a coaches meeting in the spring to try and get some teams to form first, and hopefully I will do that again in spring 2025. And hopefully, if you have a member, if there's an adult on any FLO Explorer team that's an employee of Qualcomm and wants to mentor, they should think about applying for the Qualcomm funding because it's a great resource and can really help with the team fees. Fees tend to be about what was it, $200? Well, let me see. I've got it down here. There's a $150 registration fee, an $80 exhibition fee, which is the amount that it costs to go compete at the competition in December, and then team T-shirts and the posters, and like I said, the registration and the Spike Essentials, which is a $320 cost for the Spike set. So all said and done, this comes to about $600 for the whole team cost. Teams can have a maximum of 6 students, so that would work out to about $100 per student to participate in Lego League for the first year. In subsequent years, if you don't purchase another Spike set, which you don't need to, then the price is basically cut in half to about $50 per student if there's no outside funding sources. So that's about all I have other than the next steps for hopefully many of you have already seen this type of information. I sent out links to what you need to do to form a new team. And I gave the list of potential coaches to everyone that has already registered to be or expressed interest in being a coach, as well as giving them the list of interested students for um, FLL Explore. And then that's what you need to do in the D39 side of things. And then through FIRST itself, you need to go to their website and log in and sign up for a team there. And then the coaches will automatically go through a youth protection screening there to make sure that everyone's protected and safe. And that's and you can also register for your team at that time, and then they'll send you within a couple of days the materials for the season. And just got a couple of other links to all the materials that FIRST sends out, and both of them like building instructions for the Explore models and multimedia resources, including videos to help you with the each of the weekly sessions for the students, and then some Spike Essentials resources if you have troubleshooting with the coding. The coding is really pretty simple. It's Scratch based. It's designed that you don't need any coding experience, and you should be fine to learn it on the fly. That's what I have there. I know that was a lot of information in a short amount of time, but I wanted to get through that so I could answer questions. Okay.
Dang it.
I think there's some questions
This
in the
is
chat.
Michelle.
Oh, sorry.
Can you hear me?
Do you want me to go ahead and just answer the ones in the chat first, and then you can raise your hand and we'll go one at a time through other questions. So let's see. Do you know when the robot game will be released? I believe it will be next week on the 17th. The Southern California FLL group will have a coaches meeting for all coaches, not so San Diego County, LA, everyone meets, and they will probably release the robot game information at that time. Is Qualcomm funding only available for Qualcomm employees only? Qualcomm does have another route for funding, which goes through the Southern California office. And so they put out a grant request, and you can apply for it through them. And that's another way to get Qualcomm funding if you do not have an employee that works at Qualcomm. It is a little more competitive for that one. There, I think, like socioeconomic status is looked at as well as a few other other things as well. But it is another option for sure. Do you know how many D39 teams we have? I do at the moment. We have 4 FLL Challenge teams and 4 FLL Explore teams that have confirmed with me. I also have another 8 adults that have expressed interest in forming FLL Explore teams since the student enrichment night happened, but I haven't gotten any confirmed teams from them yet. So I'm hoping that that could increase us to, maybe even double the amount of FLL Explore teams that we have. What is the D39 exhibition date? So that's a question that has to do with, I reserve the showcase for one day and have I call it robotics night, and I have both the FLL Explore teams and the FLL Challenge teams come and present to the community the work that they've done. I use it as a practice session before the teams compete in their actual tournaments. I often schedule it in early December on a weeknight. The actual date is still to be determined. Sometimes I ask the coaches for their input on what day works best for everyone, or if there's any field trips or anything. I want to make sure that I avoid those days. But it will be in a weeknight in early December. And that will precede the 14th and 15th of December when we have the exhibition, the competitions that the FLX sports teams go to.
14th or 15th December. So
Of what? Oh,
send the
I wish it was mommy's birthday.
no, it's here. It's later. So
I wish it was mommy's birthday. I just realized it was leap year, so probably that's why. Wait, what? Yesterday was.
All right. If anyone was at the yesterday's meeting for FLL Challenge, the Southern California group had a coaches meeting for Challenge, and the Challenge competitions happen earlier. There are 4 dates that the teams get to pick from. You only go to one, and it could be November 2nd, 3rd, 9th, or 10th. That is what they call the qualifying tournaments. It's only for FLL Challenge, and 60% of the teams from those tournaments move on, and then they go to what they call the regional tournaments, which happen on December 14th and 15th, and that's concurrent with the FLL Explorers first competition. And then the winners from those competitions move on to a super festival in January. I'm sorry, the exact date has escaped me. I can look it up. It's mid-January, where there'll be one competition for the winners of the Southern California region, and they'll go and compete there. So it'd be like the top couple of teams from each of the December 14th and December 15th competitions would move on. Was that clear? Did it? Do the students have to be physically present at the competition? My guess is yes, but wondering still. It's a fun atmosphere. I think it's a great opportunity for students to participate, and so I encourage everyone to go if they can. I do understand December 14th and 15th is a rough time because families are traveling. The holidays. It's so every year there are a few students that unfortunately will participate during the season and not get to go to the competition, and it's okay. Teams are not penalized if a student is not there. The students, you need at least 2 students to participate in the competition. That's the only requirement on that. But obviously, the more students that get to go, the more they get to experience the full FLL Explore curriculum that way, right? The presentation skills are great. Viewing what the other teams have done that are at the competition and how their model is different than yours and what they explored, and talking about that it's a great opportunity. So if your students can make it, that's great. If they can't, we understand, and that's allowed too.
All right, Don, I had a quick follow-up question to the event you organize at Design39
Yes.
in advance of the 14th, 15th. You didn't share an exact date, right? Like that date is TBD yet?
Yes, that
right?
date is TBD.
Okay. And then second quick question, December 14th or 15th, will we be allotted, and sorry if I missed that somewhere, but will we be assigned a date, or do we go both days, or how does that work?
Yeah, you will only go to one day, and the way it has worked in the past and will probably work, they'll tell us at the Southern California coaches meeting next week, but it's probably going to be, here are all the locations. You'll get to pick your top preference and select that, and then as long as it's already not filled, you'll get that choice. And so most teams, if they're prepared and ready to go, they'll get their top choice. I've actually yet to hear a team that didn't get one of their top 2 choices, and typically there's a couple of options in San Diego County. So hopefully you won't have to travel very far. But yeah,
Okay.
you'll get
Okay.
several choices, and your team will pick one.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Mhm. When do we have to be ready with level 2 clearance for coaching? Also, do we need level 2 clearance, or is level 1 enough? Yes, for D39, when you are working with students without administration or administrative staff or teachers around, you do need level 2 clearance. And so that is before you start working with students. Um, if you do not already have level 2 clearance and feel that it's going to be a while until you get it, you can talk to me about signing up as a community team and giving me your community team information. So community team is just you register through First directly, and you have a choice to select your team from a school or a community, you would select a community, and then you wouldn't need to follow the D39's volunteer requirements of level 2 clearance. You will need to pass the first youth protection screening, and that's how the students will be protected, is through that. You will also, when you have practice, you will need 2 adults in the room with the kids at all times.
Oh,
If
hi,
that's-
Don.
Mhm.
This is Michelle. I'm following up on that question. So I did register my team on FLL, and I needed to pick the school, so I picked D39, but I'm still waiting for level 2 level 1 clearance to be approved as well. So could you, would it be possible to change my team registration to be a community team? Like,
Yeah, I'm not. I will get you the Southern California group and have you ask the question to them. They probably know a little bit more about if you can make that change.
yeah, because I've been contacting Welcome Center and I feel like it's gonna take a while to get level 1 clearance. I started 2 weeks before the school started and I'm still not approved. And they say I have to wait until level 1 is cleared in order to start level 2. So I didn't want to wait until then since we have an exhibition in December. So if you can give me the contact to the Southern California FLL team, then I will reach out to them and change my team to as a community team.
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that after the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So can we coach from home? I'm getting lots of questions on the basically from people that don't have level 2 clearance. And I think, yeah, you can coach from home if you have passed the first youth protection screening, which really normally happens within about 48 hours of when you first apply for the to be a coach on their first website. So that tends to happen pretty quickly. But you do need to wait at least until you've got the youth protection screening for before you can have contact with the students. And then yes, you can meet at in someone's home, garage, any public space.
So I'm sorry, Don. So
Yeah.
to be clear on that, so I can still be a D39 team, but if I don't have a level 1 and level 2 clearance approved, I can teach my students at home. That's okay with the youth protection screen passed.
Yeah, you need to be considered a community team.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Don, so just to make sure, because I think we're all in the same boat, right? We put in our application weeks and weeks ago,
Yeah.
but we're all still waiting for level 1, only after which you can apply for level 2. So I literally, I could just say ditto to what the lady just said. I guess my question is, is there some workaround? Like, for example, like if we have the parents of the children sitting at home while we're doing the sessions, is that okay? So we don't have to go through this rigmarole of trying to now switch out and be community teams and all that. we just have individual parents saying, yeah, it's fine, and they're kind of sitting in our house. Is that okay?
Yes, I believe if the students have their yeah, a parent chaperone, they're perfectly, yes, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Parents can meet with, yeah.
Okay, so then like in parallel while we're waiting for level 1 and level 2, if the parents are sitting here while we're doing this stuff and they're cool with that, then we can still do it while we wait for level 1 and 2, right? I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Because that might be helpful for the lady who was asking the questions before as well.
Yeah. Because then the children are protected as well because their parents are right there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Great. All right. Thank you.
Am I coaching FLL this year? I am coaching a challenge team, a rookie challenge team. That's the only team that I'm coaching this year. There was a question about the assessment criteria. Yeah, there's a rubric. I can send that out to the coaches as well. I'm sure it will come up at the coaches meeting on next week on the 17th. But I can send that out to all the D39 coaches right away as well. So teams know exactly what to prepare for. I think that's the questions that I have in the chat. Are there any additional questions in the group or stuff that I didn't that I overlooked when I was looking at the chat?
Don,
I'll go ahead first.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I just had 2 more questions. The first one is, so what's the assessment criteria to go on to the next level competition in January for FLL Explore?
Yeah, so in generalities, it'll be the team presentation. They'll look at the oral presentation that the students give when they're talking about the team model and the team poster. And there's a checklist of about a half a dozen, maybe 10 points on there that the reviewers are looking for. And then you're scored like between 1 and 4 points for each of those. And then there'll also be the robot point total, robot game point totals. They'll look at those. And then they go into a back room and they kind of decide which teams they feel scored the best. It's not a completely, there isn't an objective. I scored 22 on the review sheet and this many points on here. And so my score is higher than someone else that scored 21. And, so there's a lot of wiggle room there for the judges to decide who moves on.
I see. Yeah, one more question I had is, can we add extra bricks that's not included in the Explore set?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can add any Lego items. They have to be genuine Lego products, but as long as they're Lego, you can add them. Other than there might be a restriction on the number of motors. That one, it varies from year to year on how they assess that. But you might be limited on the number of motors and smart hubs that you use.
Okay, thank you.
Hey Don, what is the limit for the motors and the smart hubs for Explore?
It will probably be 1 smart hub and 2 motors. Is my guess.
2 motors. Okay.
But please, that's my guess. Confirm that.
Okay. Confirm. Sure.
Sorry, where do we confirm that? Is that in the packet and stuff?
It's not in the packet. That will come from the Southern California group. They'll give us guidance probably on the meeting on the 17th.
Okay, and actually dovetailing off of that, that means we also will sign up through that process too, right? So you'll get the information, you'll pass out, and then that's where we'll do the whole like picking your location, and it'll tell you the rules of the competition and all that stuff, correct?
Yeah, and that's open to all registered coaches. So it doesn't, you can attend the meeting on the 17th. You don't have to go through me to you. You can.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Don, quick question on that. How do we get the meeting invite? Do we need to be registered on the First Inspire site or somewhere else?
Yes, you should be registered on the first website. I can pass it along as well. Make sure that everyone has that link.
Great. And another question I had was, you mentioned that the extra bricks were supposed to be genuine Lego products. Can kids use other toys or decorations to improve the look and feel of their Lego model?
Not the Lego model. You can use it on the poster and stuff, but the Lego model needs to be only Lego pieces and parts. It can include rubber bands. Lego makes rubber bands and things, but it has to be a Lego part.
Okay, so I'm thinking like threads or paper, anything like that. Can
Yeah,
that?
no paper. No.
Okay, no go. All right, thanks.
All right, I think we're about to get cut off on our 40-minute time limit. I'm just gonna log back in. If there's additional questions, we can answer them there.
Yeah, Don, one last question.
Sure.
Can this meeting be shared to parents who are unable to attend this meeting today? I
Yeah,
know a couple of parents who are interested